Support for Just Seen It comes from Warner Archive Instant. Streaming hard-to-find movies and TV shows direct from the studio at WarnerArchiveInstant.com. Support for Just Seen It comes from Acorn Media, distributors of the gripping British detective series Vera, starring Oscar nominee Brenda Blythen, now on DVD. The landing gear on a flight to Mexico malfunctions. As the plane searches for an open runway, the first-class passengers become fearful. So the eccentric flight crew must figure out a way to ease their anxiety.
I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. Oh, I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it.
I'm so excited.
And I just can't hide it.
Hi, I'm Kevin.
Hi, I'm Zorianna.
And I'm Aaron, and today we're here to talk about the new film from Pedro Almodóvar, I'm So Excited. We've all just seen it.
The film is this campy, raunchy screwball comedy about a plane that's circling in the air. It needs an emergency landing, but there's no airport that's willing to take it. So the flight attendants are busy keeping the passengers happy, and by doing that, they engage in lots of drinking, sex, singing, drugs.
And drugging the entire coach section of the plane. Why would you drug the entire coach section of the
Because
plane?
we're only supposed to focus on first class. It's a plot device.
No. I'll tell you exactly why. Because the film is a metaphor for Spain's current political and economic climate, which is they're in a recession, there's corrupt government officials, there are lots of financial embezzlements, the banks went bust. And so in this film, the plane represents Spain. They don't know who's commanding the ship, there's nowhere to go. It's like limbo area. And that's Spain right now, and that's the same as these passengers.
The thing that really bothered me about this film is that it just felt like it was two different movies. At times it felt like it was a slapstick Mel Brooks movie, and then at other times it felt like it was a Hitchcockian thriller. And I just didn't know what it was trying to be, and it didn't do a great job of assuring me that I was watching A or B.
This is basically a return to his 80s work, like Pepe Lucy Bomb, Labyrinth of Passions, Women on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown. That was all sort of in that vein here.
See, and I recognize that he was going back to Women on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown, that era. Those movies, to me, were clever, they were smart. My problem is that it felt dated, and all the jokes kept on falling flat for me because it just felt like I had seen them before, and they didn't seem really that original.
You're laughing at things that are so outrageous that you keep thinking, God, if this was a Hollywood movie, they'd never get away with this.
Can we talk about getting away with things? He stepped over a line.
What line?
So there's a woman who wants to lose her virginity.
She's a virgin psychic, yes.
Right. So she goes to the coach section of the plane. There's a guy sleeping.
And she loses
She loses her virginity with him. If that was reversed, that would be rape. And we're supposed to laugh at that.
But look at some of his previous work. He did a film where there's a woman in a coma and two male nurses have sex with her. How did you feel about that one?
I'm offended. But wasn't that a drama?
Yeah, but see, so does it matter if it's drama?
But I'm just saying
or...
it's a drama, and it's disturbing, and I feel like that was more thematically in there. Here, I'm supposed to be laughing at it.
Yes,
and I
you're
don't think it's
supposed
funny.
to, because he's a hot guy, she's an older woman.
But he's sleeping, so he's not consenting to it. What if he's gay? What if he's married? I was thinking of all these things, like she has no idea, but she's taking advantage of him, and we're supposed to think it's hilarious. But if it was reversed, you would be like, oh my God, this is terrible.
Well,
yes.
we could certainly say that it's an unpredictable film. Let's put it that way. I wouldn't say that it's in a good way all the time. Sometimes it is, but it's using a lot of different kinds of comedy and a lot of different styles. I mean, you've got slapstick, you've got dry comedy, you've got screwball. It's all over the place. But I liked it at times. The actors were pretty good.
The actors looked like they were having a blast, and they all had different quirks.
The standouts for me are the three flight attendants. They're just so over the top and doing that musical number and everything. I mean, I was laughing at them more than anybody else.
Yes, they definitely are scene stealers.
Para enfrentarme a esas fieras, necesito pasarme de la raya. Cuando te pones en plena heroína, Joserra, me das miedo. ¿Quieres?
You want to see them. Every time they come on, like, you just want more of them. There's the guy who can't lie, and then there's the one that's got his little...
prayer thing.
Prayer thing, and they were great. I mean, they should get their own spin-off. They're hysterical.
They were the comedic backbone.
I mean, they
of the
were
movie.
fine, and there was things that I did find interesting about it. I just felt like Much Ado About Nothing, where you have a famous director gets all his friends together and says, we're just gonna make a movie, because it looked a little cheap. It didn't feel like they were ever on a plane. And it just felt like he said, here's your characters, go.
But do you think you're being hard on him because it's an Oscar-winning filmmaker?
It doesn't matter who it is. I'm surprised that it was him, because I do like his body of work. I don't think I've disliked any of his films. And this one was so shocking at how it just seems stale to me.
Even though there are characteristics of this film that make us feel like the plane isn't actually moving, there's a reason why we're there. We're in this tight, enclosed space for the same reason that Hitchcock used to do that, to keep everybody together, to prevent them from escaping the situation that they're in.
Just like the Zucker Brothers Airplane film, same thing.
It felt like that.
Confined environment.
It reminded me of Airplane, but I kept on thinking, God, Airplane's such a better movie than this.
I think it's nice to see Pedro Almodóvar loosen up a little bit. His last few movies were a little more serious with The Skin I Live In, All About My Mother. So it's really nice to see him channel his inner John Waters.
Even the greats sometimes stumble, and here Almodóvar has tripped and fallen long and hard down an entire flight of stairs. Skip it.
If you've discovered Almodóvar post-Oscar win, you know him as a serious guy, so this might be slightly offensive, but if you're a true cinephile of his entire body of work, you'll appreciate this 80s throwback. See it.
Perhaps the strangest art house comedy mystery I've seen this year. I'm So Excited is a unique film, and it's worth a watch at home. Stream it.
Well, our votes add up to 1.5 tickets, so that is a stream it.
Cheers!
I'm so excited. Almodóvar.
Dovar.
I know how to
Almodóvar.
pronounce his name, okay?
Well,
Support for Just Seen It comes from Acorn Media, distributors of the gripping British detective series Vera, starring Oscar nominee Brenda Blythen, now on DVD. Support for Just Seen It comes from Warner Archive Instant, streaming hard-to-find movies and TV shows direct from the studio at WarnerArchiveInstant.com.